Thank you, Senator Kaine. We have dueling committees going on, trying to get questions and everything. I appreciate it. And thank you, Chairman Risch, Ranking Member Shaheen, for holding this hearing. Thank you to Mr. Rigas for joining us today. And as I stated yesterday, the State Department's recent reductions in force should be upsetting to anyone who cares about the United States' national security. From the Department's misguided reorganization to the plans to riff our closure of USAID, this administration's approach to our foreign policy and national security is deeply troubling. It's providing, actually, opportunities left and right for our adversaries like the PRC to come fill the gaps where we're pulling people out. And we'll talk about that. I'm going to turn to my first question, particularly about counterterrorism. So the state's Bureau of Counterterrorism, it bolsters our national security by playing a leading role in developing coordinated strategies and approaches to defeat terrorism abroad. Terrorism abroad, it doesn't stay abroad, let's just put it that way. I have significant concerns that many of the recent decisions by the administration regarding CT work could actually lead to an increase in terrorist threats across the globe. So, Deputy Secretary, it appears that as part of the department's reorganization, the CT Bureau has terminated dozens of programs that support countries to counter those CT threats that, again, we pretty sure they don't always stay in those countries. And with the closure of USAID, and the Office of Countering Violent Extremism, it really remains unclear what, if any, programs will exist that prevent the recruitment of desperate people to terrorism. Desperate people get recruited to terrorism every day around this globe. So do you believe these changes could lead to an increase in CT threats in the United States?
Thank you for the Senator question. So the Bureau of Counterterrorism was merged with the International Narcotics and Law Enforcement.
I'm asking what you believe. Do you believe that these changes will lead to an increase or not?
So the essential functions will remain. As I discussed earlier, the key functions that we want to continue carrying forward will still be executed at the Department of State. They're just not going to be done
what
sort
about
of
the
siloed
staff that counter white nationalism and anti-Semitism? They've been riffed. We know that this is a problem around the world, particularly since October 7th. Can you confirm whether the department will continue to counter white nationalism and anti-Semitism overseas?
So as I described earlier, how the bump and retreat process works is the people who have the greatest level of experience, the longest tenure, the best language skills are the people who are competed against in a combined organization. So the people, even though people who did have skills and experience did unfortunately get riffed.
So how many staff do you expect to work on CT issues across this, your regional bureaus and what you're doing?
Yeah, I can certainly get you that number. I mean, what the combined office is.
And are any of the CT advisors going to the Bureau of European Eurasian Affairs? Is there proposed to go to other regional bureaus? Do you know that? Or do you have to get that?
Right. So the idea behind the reorganization was to move a lot of these functions into the regional bureaus and to the individual post level, so the people there who are on the ground engaging in diplomacy.
Would you be willing to commit to provide a report to us that we're still going to continue to counter these issues of terrorism, white nationalism, and anti-Semitism across the new reorganization? It is extremely important to people in the United States and around the globe.
Oh, certainly. I mean, I think the president's talked about,
I'm asking you if you'll commit to come back to this committee and report on the workforce you have working in those areas.
Certainly.
Thank you. I want to move on to women and girls because I'm deeply concerned about the department's proposal to eliminate the Office of Global Women's Issues, GWI, and the decision to eliminate, it really seems like all of the staff, all of it, in the office this past Friday. So does the State Department plan to implement a policy that promotes gender equality, empowers women and girls, and advances women's rights? Just yes or no is pretty simple.
Oh, certainly, yeah. And I think, as the Secretary stated, the needs of women in Japan are different than the needs of women in Guatemala or Ghana or Pakistan or Germany.
Yes.
And so having a sort of a more finely tuned approach, I think, is what we're going for here.
Because I believe that if we abandon women and girls around the globe, we again promote instability in families and nations around the world, and that again, relates to desperate people turning to terrorism in order to take care of their families. We know women are often the glue that keeps stability going on. So I hope that you continue to focus on this issue. I would look forward to working with you on that, and look forward. We only have 6 seconds. I would like to know about, for the record, how many staff have been let go and what are some of your proposals going forward. So we'll submit that for the record. Look forward to your answer. Thank you again, Senator Kaine and Mr. Chairman.